Hello, welcome back to some Space Engineers Survival, everybody. I'm here with Discord again, and it's a lovely rainy day in Space Engineers. So I'm here in the little drill rig. I'm just trying to balance out the gyro override so that we can cut out the tunnel a little more without having to fight with the mouse all the time. And to do that, I'm just adjusting this pitch override on here, which I've determined is the correct one, and just gradually moving it up and hoping I can get it to one where it's not going to keep just tilting me back like this. We have got some plans for this stream today, and we're going to be building a couple of towers off of our little bridge here, and these towers are going to hopefully hold some wind turbines. And yep, I just saw we have an incoming ladybug that looks like it's about to come straight overhead, so I'm going to get this thing undercover. Or not.
We're going to make this taller anyway.
Say that again.
Out. You can do it.
Yep, we're going to make this taller, so I've got to kind of drag this forwards, and I think I need to put some skids on the bottom of this because it's dragging the connector a little bit there. But we're just going to make this a little bit taller all the way down, which I've done. That was quick. And just keep this under here. And it looks like the signal 2.66. Oh, this is not going to be good, is it? That thing sends us a drone. We are going to be in some trouble. Please don't send a drone. $2.5. Oh, this is going to be close. So for those that don't know, these ladybugs are part of a mod called Assertive Cargo Ships. They're created by Split Sea, and they use Lucas's modular encounter spawner, and in this case they also use his new rival AI, which yeah, it makes them quite nasty. The drones they can send will come after you quite hard, so we have to be very, very careful.
My world is broken. The turbines that are outside are floating in midair.
No, they're definitely attached to stuff. Anyway, let's get a little bit more of this cavern mined out. I'm going to try and do this as carefully as possible. And without destroying our survival kit, preferably. Okay, I've made that as big as I can make it at the moment for you.
Yeah, that should be plenty big enough. It might just need to be a little bit wider, but I think I'll do that by hand, maybe.
So, first order of business, while you get those towers built, I think I'm going to go and see if I can get some iron using this drill. You go and get your shiny squirrel. So where's our iron? Iron hole is over that way, so I'm going to have to do something about this constant tipping backwards. Because it's just getting worse.
Signal trying to fly away.
That's not right. Or is it this one? So it would be helpful if I was using the correct one. So that's now tipping forward slowly. So let's readjust that. That's still tipping forwards. Still very slightly tipping forwards. I think we might just have nailed it there. So now I should be able to just leave that centered and drive. Look at that. Much nicer. And we can even still turn the wheels and go slightly sideways, which is probably not all that useful, but oh well.
Myself a newspaper welder. What day?
So we know that there's iron and cobalt over here from last time, and the plan I've got here is I'm going to see if I can use right-click drilling with the drills pointed mostly in the air to get us down slowly to where the iron is. It's going to be quite a delicate one, but hopefully it'll give us enough. I'll start the run up from out here somewhere. You just tip upwards like this. And we can hopefully do this without taking too much damage. And get a gentle enough slope going down that it will let us drive back out again as well. There's a beautiful sunrise just coming over us now. Let's see how quickly we manage to actually destroy this drill rover. Ooh, I think we've struck iron. That's good. So we found some iron here. I'm going to keep right-click drilling just a little bit more because I want to get down to a level where we can turn and drill a tunnel either direction to go into the iron. So yeah, we're going to waste just a little bit of this iron getting down here. But now we are pretty much level with the iron vein here. So the next thing we're going to want to do is to put the ejectors on our bar. So we've got 2 sorters. I'm going to turn those on. I'm going to stick those on a toggle on off here. Let's toggle drain all on off as well. She's on at the moment. So if we just push forward a little bit, and now we can do a bit of left click drilling. I'm wondering if our sorters are actually set up here because it's not looking like they are. We've got stone on. Stone is whitelist. They're on drain all. So the ejectors then must not be. There we go. That's what we wanted. Let's get rid of that stone. Just keep the iron. We can bring back a decent amount of iron this way that'll help us get building in that base. And then the next step is going to be some magnesium, I think, to make some ammunition with. So let's have a look at this. How much iron did we get there? So it's forcing it into the cockpit. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. 18. At 26, 27k. Of course, we now do need to get out of here with our booty. I will be bringing some iron back. I might just need to get my wheels working properly first of all, though. Have we got wheels in a group? Yes. So let's have a increase power and an increase power, and we'll have a decrease friction and an increase friction. And I think I also probably want to go and get hold of those wheels. And let's turn the strength up a little bit just on those, and we'll put the height offset up to the top as well, so we've got a little bit more clearance underneath us. So with a bit more power to the wheels, hopefully, and a bit more friction. Oh, this is really not liking this. Let's... Here we go. Feels like we're making a bit of progress at least. So I'm a little bit offset is the problem here, so I need to turn myself and I think part of the problem as well is that the drills are quite heavy now, as evidenced by the massive thunk as they hit the ground. So let's... hey Destiny. So let's see if we need to just move this gyroscope's override a little bit more. In fact, let's put this back to 0 this time and see if we can't get it to... I am pretty well and truly oh, here we go. A little bit further. Getting a little bit further. Almost out. Oh. We keep hitting these ridges on the side, so I'm just going to spin the drills a little bit to the side. Wonder if we can actually get it to turn round. Here we go. Oh, and we're out. That was quite difficult. But we can now head home with our nice big haul of iron. And hopefully this transport courier is not going to get close enough to us to do anything nasty. Space Pirate faction is not going to send drones at us like the Assert faction will, but...
It just flew over and just ignored us.
Yeah. And then the next task is going to be to try and do the same thing again, but going down for some magnesium here in the ice lake. now that was a fairly successful test of the mole machine here. And there's the base, or the temporary base at least, spinning its turbines, and we look like we've got some towers built. Or one tower anyway, yeah.
Using the armoured conveyor for the middle of the structure of the tower, so that when it gets shut out, we'll be a little bit more protected.
Yeah, that's fine. Just as long as the armour doesn't deform into it, I suppose. Let's do this nice and slow so we don't blow the connector up, or blow the rotor up even. And then, whee, clunk. The only problem with the advanced rotors as connectors, they are cheaper, but they are a little bit nerve-wracking to dock. Yeah, all sorted there. Let's just check the back here where we were dragging on the floor a little and make sure that nothing is actually damaged. It's not, that is good. I think it might be worthwhile putting some skids on the bottom of this O2H2 generator just in case. So for that, I'm going to use some blast door pieces. And I think just corner piece like that should do it on either side. Could even just put one in the middle, I suppose, but we'll do two. I like the symmetry. And we'll protect it properly. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That'll give us a little bit more safety margin when we're right-click drilling to get down there, and make sure that we're not going to be blocking or bumping these batteries too much. Do need to remember to put the batteries on recharge when we dock, otherwise the base will suck them dry. But yeah, that is good. Okay, so what we got? We got a nice big tower of armoured conveyors on either side. So what we need to do then is get these sheathed with some armour blocks, I would guess, Discord.
Yeah. I'm assuming you're going to want square ones so that you can put the turbines on the outside, else you could always put round ones on the outer edge just to give it a bit more design.
Well, let me grab some iron sheets, some steel sheets, and then what I'll do is I'll build up one side and we can see. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so the plan I was having is to come out from there and come out like this. And then stick the turbines. No, actually, we need to be out an extra one, don't we? If that's because that's going to come up another 3 for the turret on the top. So that gap needs to be left spare. 1, 2, then 3, like that. Put them on like that, and that should. And then we could even stick one there as well. The turret will have clearance over the top of them. So just take a look at this then, Discord. Let's have a look and just see what you think to this.
Okay. All right.
So I was thinking on each of the 4 sides of the tower, something like that.
Yeah, and you're going to have turbines coming off the other 2 sides as well.
Yeah, so then 2, 3, and then that. No, I've misjudged that, haven't I? That needs to be an extra square block, and then that. So it's going to be kind of like that.
Yeah, that looks good.
I think we're all out of interior plate. Oh no,
Yep.
there's 6. That is 5 more than I needed. But yeah, I was thinking if we do it like that, and then you go up another 3 from there in the middle, and then the turret can go on the top, and then boom. What went boom?
Nothing, as far as I can tell.
I heard a boom.
Oh, you're hearing things.
No, that was definitely a boom. Anyway, possibly an unknown signal, I guess, but mine's still there with 10 minutes on it. So yeah, you could do that, and then the actual corners could be something's just spawned in. Something big's just spawned in. Super gremlin. That's big. So the normal corners could be kind of like this. then join these up a little bit more solidly up here. And I bet you're not even looking at what I'm doing, are you?
Nope, I'm in a hole.
Okay.
Underneath the catwalk. Shush.
Okay, well, I've just set something up out here. If you have a look at it and let me know what you think. Meanwhile, I am going to top up my hydrogen tank.
Yeah, that looks okay. I might make the outer edges on the corners rounded. On the outer ones, just to give it a bit more flavour, maybe.
Yeah, whether it's rounded or square or like angled like that, I'm not sure. You see what it looks like when you weld it up. But I was thinking that having that kind of join up crossways like that as well just gives it a little bit more strength for if things start shooting at it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's deposit all of our goodies in the thing and have a look, see how the inventory's doing on this. Okay, that doesn't... What? Why do we have components in the cockpit of the mole machine? That's not how it's supposed to go. Okay, so we don't have anything in the drills, we're good. So I'm going to take this out, just quick check, make sure I didn't damage any of the drills while we were out last time. Nope, good. Okay, so I'm going to take this out, we're going to go get some magnesium, and then... what? Of course, it does help if I remember to take the batteries off of recharge as well.
Yep, it does.
And let's bring those powers and frictions down back to some sensible levels for driving around in. And then we'll go see if we can't get some magnesium. And if we do that in the same way as we did last time, and I am tempted to maybe put another set of drills on either side of this to give it a bit of a wider drill reach, just for when we are drilling down to things. It hopefully would give us a bit of a flatter surface for our wheels to run on. But for now... Okay, so we know there's magnesium under here. Let's get a run up to that as well. And here we go. Again. Just pop that friction up a little bit. We are on ice after all. And this just takes a little bit more patience than drilling with a flying ship, as you just have to let it go at its own pace on the way down. And it will create quite a nice little tunnel all of its own. I'm hardly having to push it forwards at all at the minute. It's every so often just a little nudge, and it just keeps going. By taking time on it, it does give us a little bit of a smoother surface to work with as well. Whereas if you push forwards too quickly with any drills, you'll find you'll get a bumpier surface. Just waiting for it to take the second bite out of the voxels after it's taken its big bite, and just gives that little bit of a smoother finish. So particularly useful if you're building a tunneling machine or something like that. Okay, so we're getting through the ice layer. Won't be far now until we start seeing some magnesium, hopefully. And I think I can see it starting to appear there. That looks like magnesium. So again, I'm just going to go down a little way more with the right click just to get us down into that. We established last week that we have a lot of magnesium in this area. Nearly every nearby node.
Oh yes.
Say again, Discord.
The match will make use of it.
Oh yes, we will. So now we're going to just drill this out a bit and see if we can't get some get this magnesium filled up and back to base. Those ejectors are working beautifully for oh dear, that's not good. Let's lift the drills up and back up a little. Got a little bit disoriented there and almost ended up drilling myself face down into a hole. We tilt upwards some more, get a bit more of this here, and hopefully fill the drills up from there. Magnesium does take a fair bit more to fill inventories up with.
We are going to need some more iron as well soon. We're getting low.
We can't be getting low. I've just dumped a whole shipload into the containers. Is it still? Is the refinery just not processing it yet?
we've got 9.73k iron, but it seems to be saying we're short on something to produce. Nickel,
Nickel, okay.
0.34 of nickel we've got.
Okay, well, I'm just going to turn off these sorters then, and I'll bring back a load of stone in this as well. And that should get us a little bit of nickel anyway. Okay, I think that should do us. I'm glad I'm not actually stood in this hole where my wheels seem to be firing the stones off at rapid rates. A little bit of a wiggle. Get the ship just wiggling its back end a little. Tip the power up some more. Try and keep those wheels pointing in the right direction. This is really, really difficult to actually drive this up and down here. I think it was a good idea at the time, and the sooner we can build a flying ship to do this, the better. But
When I'm right.
I am back on the ice, so no, I just think this was an interesting experiment, and it was much, much cheaper to build and power than a flying ship. Power being the main problem, obviously. The wind turbines only produce so much, and we're quite limited on power and options for power on Earth-like. So until we actually get to space and find some uranium, we're going to be quite limited on power. Either that, or we find some gold and can make some superconductors. Say some, make a lot of superconductors, and maybe be able to get a deuterium fusion reactor from the mod. It's one of those mods I've been trying out. I'm not sure of yet. I don't know if it's one that I want to keep in or not, but we will we'll give it a try and see how it goes. Boom! What just went boom then?
I don't know. Nothing here. I think it's something somewhere else.
I think it was my unknown signal that time. That they always sound like they're right next to you, even when they're miles away. We go. And we're locked again. Let's have a look what this refinery is doing. So it's currently refining magnesium. What do we have in the vehicle? Let's put the stone in there and get the nickel out of it. Yeah, that'll do. So that's giving you a little bit of nickel for whatever it was you were building.
Yeah, it was for the motors.
let's have a look at what we can do in here. So I'm just going to move the survival kit a little bit out of the way. Just going to bring it outside actually for a little while. I'm going to take the miner in and see if I can dig out some more in there and collect the stone.
Start digging up the assembly refinery room that we're going to have in there.
Yeah. Let's just create a group for these wheels as well on here, and then I can turn them all off when we're not using it. Okay. And one thing that the assertive mods has taught me is to always look at the sky, because not all of them have beacons. Okay. And detach. Whoa. So do you want me to go... You want some more to the right, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, so let's start out. Let's just clear that bit out with the right click so that we're back to where we should be. And then if I get us sort of lined up, and we can do some left click drilling here and go pick up some of this stone for refining as well. Hey Witchy Wish, glad to see you back. Have you not? Do you not watch Splits' Survival Impossible series? Discord and I are both big fans of Splits'. His latest series, Survival Impossible, is absolutely incredible. He's taken making his life difficult to a whole new level. We have an assertive flying over.
Yeah, he's not happy with me.
No, I noticed that. You seem to have a way of upsetting them.
My signal. He had badger helmet. Well, hey.
Yeah, so as I was saying, Splitsia kind of pioneered the use of two-wheel vehicles like this. It actually makes a lot of sense, because when you're on four wheels, changing the height of the drills then has to be a job for rotors and pistons, which are hard to print for one thing, but they're also quite hard to control unless you use fairly advanced scripts like mechs or the other one, the MARM OS. They're quite advanced systems. Easy Automation's another one, but it does make controlling rotors and pistons quite hard still. Whereas something like this with two wheels, elevation and turning is all done with the mouse, so it's all very familiar, very kind of similar to how you would control your character. That doesn't mean it's easy. You need the gyros on override and things like that to help keep the balance. But yeah, quite useful little vehicle nonetheless, and they're quite cheap as well to build and cheap on power. So we're going to go a little bit deeper into the mountain as well, I think, here. So we're going to have this bit off to the right, which is going to be a kind of little production facility. And then we're going to keep going into the mountain a bit further with this this kind of garage, I guess you'd call it, the entryway, and that's going to let us have a nice garage further in to store all of our rovers. And eventually, for those of you that didn't catch my Sunday stream yesterday with building a drilling rig, we're going to have a piston rotor and hinge driven drill rig that I'm hoping is going to let us drill out some nice straight tunnels in the mountain here, and create some nice rooms. We're also probably going to build some piston driven large grid drill rigs to bore out some nice vertical shafts as well, so we can have an elevator in here. We're going to want to go a bit higher up. And further up the top, towards the top of the mountain, have some hangars up there with some flying ships, and maybe even it's going to be a lot of work, but if we can drill it all out, maybe have a Moonraker style massive hangar at the top for launching a rocket to space from. I am getting the hang of that parking. I've just dumped a load of stone into the system as well out here, so we've got we should have plenty of nickel and stuff in a minute. We will be putting some kind of inventory script on here at some point, but I don't see the point of doing that with a temporary base. Yes, I say Witchy Wish. We've done the big builds. We've done the base, like mobile base ship builds. I would love to make one that could fly in space and in atmosphere and hold all the stuff we would need to have it as a completely mobile base and live nomad style, with some kind of deployable drill rig, that kind of thing. That sort of stuff, especially in survival, takes an awful lot of building and planning, and I guess we just have never really seen the need to go that far with it. but I think it might be a cool idea. And once we've got a nice established base here and we're wanting to go to space, we may end up looking at some kind of capital ship once we're up in space. So the goals for this game, this world, if you like, I'm thinking, given the richness of magnesium around here, this is going to be our weapons facility. This is where we're going to make all the ammo, and being on a lake as well, we can probably have a little building out here somewhere for hydrogen production and get some tanks going. And then once we've got everything established here, the next phase will be get up into space. We're going to want a little station, probably just on the edge of orbit, just on the edge of the gravity well. Up there, maybe an asteroid base, not sure yet. We'll see what's up there. And one of the things about the world we're playing in is I've used the new plugin SE World Gen to generate this world. And if we look in our GPS here, we have asteroid belts, and we have a number of different planets, many of which are planets from the workshop. And some of these planets will actually have rings around them as well of asteroids, as well as having moons and things like that. It's a really, really useful little plugin to generate a bit of a bigger world to play in. The plugin manager takes a little bit of setting up. There's a couple of plugins, one in particular that's out is purported to fix quite a lot of the performance issues with inventories and things like that. I did have that in, and for those of you that caught the streams where I was struggling to get scripts working, that performance fixes plugin was what was killing the programmable blocks. So I've taken that out now, so we can use scripts properly. But it's something to be aware of when dealing with plugins in particular, that they're not constrained by the same things that set the modders and mods use. So there is a good possibility that having a plugin in can break your game. That said, I do test them quite thoroughly before I start using them in a world. So some of the others we've got, we can in here, if I want to search for only things on this grid, I just put a hash here. That's just this grid now. There's other syntax we can use here as well to filter this list. And one of the other things we can do is mass select things here and just go Control F. Oh, no, that did not work. Why didn't that work? Let's try that again. So that might have been the plugin I took out. There is a mass rename plugin as well, which gives you a Control F capability in the console. But no, I think SE World Gen is probably one of the nicest, because it gives you that needs some interior plates. It allows you to generate a world, and once it's generated the world, it's done its job. It's not one of the ones that's in game constantly. There's something in build planner. So I'm going to go in here and start laying down a bit more flooring. In theory, that refinery should be chewing its way through the magnesium, which will mean that we'll be able to get the ammo being made soon. Okay. Go down this end. Get some of this laid down as well. Now with these, so they're still interior walls. Good. Okay, so we can bring those down that way a bit more as well. Okay, that's as far as I'm going to get with that, but it gives us a little bit more floor space to roll onto with the drill. And I think we've actually got a good amount of space here now. We could set up an automated drill piston assembly from here to just bore things out now. These towers are coming on well. Now that is a scene. Just as I'm about to take the screenshot, she stops welding. Never mind.
Oh,
No, I just looked at what you were building on that tower, and as you were welding, it just looked amazing. So I was going to take a quick screenshot. Can you like weld that block up that's there? Just hover up again on your jetpack and weld.
sheesh.
I'll do. I think your sound, your mic's playing up again. Just so everyone knows, Discord's had a new microphone today. We've been trying to set it up before the stream, but it is being a little bit fritzy at the moment, so that's why you can't hear her very well. We'll get that sorted out before our next stream, and then you'll be able to hear her properly as well. Okay, so let's get some ammo making. We should have a decent amount of magnesium dust in here somewhere now. Doesn't work here. That is fine. So we've got a nice amount of magnesium dust being made. So we can't make ammo on the basic assembler. I forgot about that. Oh, we can. We can make normal ammo, rifle ammo. But that... Okay, I'm going to make 10 of them because I am going to need some more if we get attacked, but that actually means that we need to get moving on the main base a little more. So let's start getting this industrial area set up a little. What's that we got up there? Space Pirate. Okay, we should be okay with that. Let's weld up some of these. I think you were placing the blocks upside down last time.
For a reason.
I've been putting them the right way up, so that's going to be interesting. Okay, let's get some interior plate making. Are we all out of iron again? Wow, okay. I guess I'm going to go and do some more mining then.
I'm not in the foggy knot.
I'll be fine. I know roughly where I'm going. I know roughly where the base is. What's the worst that can happen? avoid the big hole. I think if I right-click, drill my way down again in the big one over here, just down the side slightly, we might just get a bit of a smoother ride when we're coming back out. Yeah, so Pam, which you wish, I've used it quite a lot in the past, and my feelings on it are that it's very nice, but it also makes you lazy. So I like to try and increase the difficulty of the game a little bit by saving Pam for later in the game. Yeah, I'm very much with Splitsy on this one, is that the game needs to be harder. That there needs to be more of a resource sink. There needs to be more reasons to go and do things. Okay. Let's get some of this lovely irons. The other thing I find with Pam as well is it takes such massive chunks out of the landscape when you've got big iron veins like this, where they're actually a vein, and it's kind of just weaving through the voxels. It's like a thin layer. Pam just seems, quarrying out a massive amount of the landscape just to get all this. It just feels a little bit overkill. So how's everybody doing today? Have you all been hard at work in Space Engineers, or hard at work in real life work? And the drills are full. That is an awful lot of bumping. I'm not liking some of those sounds, but I think I have just about managed to get myself facing the right way. Let's see if we can get out of here. Should be a little bit easier this time as I've drilled out some more of that side. There we go. Didn't even have to increase the power. Ooh. Oh, that was close. That was so close. Note to self, do not try to drive over a hole. Okay, more iron for the beast.
You beast.
Base, dear, the base, not you. Looking good. We have power on the grid. That is good. Okay, so ooh, you've already gone quite a ways into the base with that drill.
You still need nickel.
Right. Okay. Well, there's two things. Is one is we need to get a proper assembler set up, and I think getting a cargo container on the base here and getting a proper assembler and a proper refinery up and running has got to be a priority now. So I think maybe get the rest of those turbines welded up, and then let's see if we can get some production going on the proper base. We can take down the temporary base then, and then our stuff is kind of safe inside a little bit. And having the proper assembler will mean that we'll be able to make the ammo for the turrets that you're going to put on the top of these as well. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. So where do you want the cargo container on the inside?
If you can see, there is a pipe that is running down the middle.
Yep, I can see that.
Underneath this, obviously I need to dig out the rest of this underneath. So
So is that going to be
this,
covered with a grated catwalk or something down the middle?
yeah, And I'm
Okay.
thinking, and this block, I think this block here is going to be the middle of this room. So I'm going to need a conveyor tube,
Down the
conveyor
middle of
junction,
here.
sorry. And then, so you can either put
So where will we put in the cargo? Do you want the cargo this side or that side?
it's going to have to be that side because that side's more covered, but I still think it needs digging out further because you can see outside.
Yeah, we can, but I think, okay, so if I bring the machine in and try and dig out a bit further in there, or... See, the problem I've got at the minute is I haven't got anywhere to put the stone. If we had a refinery in here and an assembler piped up to it... Let's do that, actually. Let's have a temporary cargo container. So... just make
There is a
a bit more
conveyor junction
space.
just underneath if you wanted to put a cargo box next to it. Maybe take out the block in the floor or something for the time being so you can get to the conveyor junction.
Okay, so I think I'm going to stick a few bits just up this end. They're going to be a little bit exposed, but we'll move them. They're going to be less exposed than this lot is now, which is the main thing. So I want a container. I want a refinery, and I want an assembler. So that's the bare minimums. Okay, and I need to each of those on the build planner as well. Let's put that in, and that in. Okay, so that gives us those. They're in the build planner. Did it give me anything I can actually use there? No. Do we have any steel plates? That would also be a no. Let's just get this. And where is our refinery? Because it's obviously not producing any iron at the moment. Let's get it fully working on iron for the time being. There we go. So that'll just keep producing iron. If you don't know, the order of items in an inventory like this, if iron comes first, refineries will pull iron first. So you can kind of do inventory management without needing to worry too much about the scripts in the early days. Fact. Let's put the... Here we go. That'll get that lot going quite nicely. And what I need is... There we go. Good, good. So... And of course I need interior plate for that one. So just to give us some space, I'm going to embed this in the wall a little bit in the stone. But we'll stick that there. And with it that way round, we've got a port just on this side here. So if I stick the assembler just there like that, and then I'll be able to hopefully we dig out a little bit more of this side. So the plan here is I'll create a little snake of a conveyor tube so that I can place the container in that wall as well. It's only temporary. It just means that I can then set up a drill rig here that is going to be piped into this side of the refinery, and we can push the drills that way then and drill out much easier. And if we jump out here and just take a look, we're not in any danger of coming out the side of this mountain until you get maybe down this way some more. So we've got plenty of space to play with there. So let's get those welded up first of all, because it'll get the stuff out my inventory. Go. Takes a lot of welding, these things. Still got things building. Let's have a look, see, can we place that now? Yeah, we can. Okay, so let's have some conveyors. Not too worried about the looks of this, we just want to get back here, up one, and then we can just get one on the back of there as well. Facing that way. Just open it so we can just about see there, and that should let us pop that just there. Nice. It's all very much embedded in the wall in a very unrealistic fashion, but for now it will just get us the bits we need to do the jobs we need to do, and it is barely visible from out here, so unless something's firing rockets at us, we're not going to be under too much threat. We'll come back here, let's pick up some more stuff, go get this, start getting this welded
we now
up.
have 4 working turbines.
Nice. Keep them going.
Yeah, waiting on all the mats to build.
Mats? Don't need no stinking mats. At least I don't on Sundays. Okay, so that's going to take a little while, but with 4 turbines and the other 4 on top, we should be okay on in terms of power. If we're not, we can turn one off, turn another on. It's not a big deal. The storage gives me plenty of storage, so I can start the drilling out process going down here. And obviously we want to take out, so make this the center line. So we'll get that all piped up and ready to go. And if I stick it on a rotor, making things go boom under my feet is not good.
You weren't on it at the time.
So yeah, we'll get this welded up, get this all this lot placed, and hopefully I'm just trying to decide what the best. Really? Just trying to decide what the best
up more.
The best kind of drill head's going to be for this. And I'm thinking a small grid drill head. One of the rotating ones, so it'll take time to actually drill the distance, but we can collect all this stone as we go and refine it. With a big refinery, that'll not take very long at all to refine. So yeah, more goodies to put in. Try not to face plant the wall as I fly out of there. That is why I don't use an awful lot of jetpack. Feet are safer. Okay.
Where I pull this last block out, do you want that to be the centre for this room, or do you want me to go on to the one that I'm standing and be the centre?
Let's have a look. No, I was thinking the standing here is going to be the centre, because where they are is going to be the wall, isn't it? Down there. So then, can you do me a favour when you put this one in? Can I have a conveyor port at floor level here? So if you're going to use a conveyor junction to turn the corner, stick a armoured straight on the top of it or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just so I've got something to put a. Actually, no, don't. Just use the conveyor junction at the level you're doing it at, and leave the block above it empty, and I'll stick a rotor on there. That'll give me some adjustment then.
Junction at the ground level, that's not a problem, because I can put a bend underneath it and connect it to the tubing that's coming through underneath.
No, because I'm going to be. I'm going to build a piston drill rig in there to help us clear out a bit quicker. So where's the things? That's still going on the iron. Good. Okay, so we're still moving the iron. I'm probably going to have to go and get some more iron in a minute. Just ignore the explosions coming from Discord's direction. Nothing to see here.
Nope, it went boom.
Is it me or is your hole getting deeper?
Yeah, I've got a pipe here. I need to be able to get into the hole a little bit easily.
Well, I was just trying to decide whether the hole was getting deeper or you were getting shorter. Okay. That is taking forever to build stuff. Why? Somebody... yes, we're missing a lot of nickel. Okay. I guess I'm going to have to go on a nickel hunt, aren't I? There was some near.
Where we were. From the where you were going.
Oh yeah, near the magnesium, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to go over there and have a look then. Let's just get in here. Let's go take a look-see. So I did realise last week that one of the things I don't have on this vehicle is an ore detector. But I jump out, I can always use my own drill. Got magnesium and ice. Let's see where the nickel starts, and then more magnesium. I sometimes kind of want to say, look, I can see that there's ice here. I don't need the ice marker. Here's the nickel over here. So if I drive in this direction here, nope, they're old messages, that's okay. Yeah, they are old messages. Good. Whoa. And I kind of come at it from this direction. Then I should end up hitting nickel relatively quickly. See if I wiggle backwards and forwards as we go down, if it creates a little bit wider passageway for me. It might just create a bumpier passageway, but we'll see. Hmm. Sliding down the ice hole. Yes, that was ice hole. That looks a lot like nickel. So let's have that. I'm going to need to expel the ice as well. So let's get those sorters. Annoying that you can't set up sorters in a group. We'll add ice to that as well. I can always turn them off if I want to collect the ice. That's a nice big chunk of nickel, that is. Let's increase our friction a little bit on the wheels there, just to make sure we can push these drills into it properly. And we're very nearly full. So as soon as we get towards the end of that bar, there we go, that'll do us. So now I just need to be able to get out of here. Being able to see what I'm doing also helps significantly. Go. Let's... I may have to increase the power a little bit on them as well. Pump that power right up. Let's pump the friction up a bit higher. There we go. That's getting us out. And again, next time we come down here, we'll just go in there and go down at a slightly different angle and bring it all a little bit wider so that we can get in and out more easily. If we keep needing this much in the way of resources, I will be building the trailer for this thing relatively quickly. Too fast. There we go. And we should have now plenty of nickel. And damn it, I keep forgetting to turn the ejectors off when I dock, so we always throw out a whole bunch of ice. Let's not throw out ice off the base. We want to keep the ice on the base, please. Right. Boom. Let's go weld up some more of this. Look at that. Oh, while we're here, let's also make sure that we are refining the nickel, please. And not the magnesium. There we go. So that's going to pull that through. That gets us nickel. If we make sure the magnesium goes in cargo container 2, that will keep it there until everything else is refined. Speaking of which, pick up my other bullets as well while we're here. So now we get the tedious bit of running backwards and forwards, carrying parts to weld up the big machinery. So I was thinking, for one of our future streams, I might see if Discord wants to try a hand at creating some kind of vehicle for welding up all this floor. Something with wheels that just has some welders and some cargo space.
Yeah, that should be pretty simple enough to build-ish.
You might need the odd hinge or piston to move the welders into position. Just out of interest, we have got cobalt in. That's good. Righty then. Oh, we're nearly there on the 1100 steel plate that you need to actually get the refinery functional. There we go. So that should give us a refinery, hopefully. Except that we probably don't have the grids. Oh, we have got the grids in it. No, still short. And we need some large steel tubes. So let's put those up to there. Get that manually moved around for now, and we'll still need more steel tubes. So why do we not have enough steel tubes queued up? Make steel tubes. Yeah, so the flying ships will come in this world. I'm just holding off on them for the time being because I want to challenge us a little bit. I want to try and find some new and unique ways of using wheels and wheeled vehicles. Also, as I said, the power requirements of thrusters are just a little on the excessive side. So how is the video today, guys? Twitch is telling me I appear to be dropping some frames. How does it look? Is my build planner empty? Okay, time to repopulate the build planner. Okay, thanks, Witchy Wish. I do notice that Twitch seems to just freak out a little bit early when if frames start dropping. It can be like 100 frames over 10 minutes and they start freaking out. So good to know that it's watchable. And we have a refinery. And I think we are out of iron again.
You isn't it then?
Yep, need to go and do my prairie dog impression again. But we have one fully built, fully functional big refinery. You sure you don't want to have a go with the rover? Go mine.
Build tower, go mine. Build tower, go mine. It's a hard choice. I'll stay building my tower.
Yeah, I thought you might say that. Whoa. Whoa, that's not good. Stop. Almost. That was almost very bad. I mean, I know it doesn't help that I drive a bit like a maniac in this, but a mining we will go. No, I won't inflict my singing on you.
No, for the love of God, don't do that.
Here we go. One more full load of iron ore. Let's just pump the power a little bit. That'll get us out of the hole here. And heading home. So I'm really happy with this little drill rover. Built it on my first creative stream, and I couldn't have dreamed that it would actually be this effective. So very, very happy with it. I think the cargo trailer is going to have to come next, and so once we've got the bits built inside the base and the tunneling underway, I think I will definitely be getting the trailer for this built, both of which are on the workshop, by the way. If you want to check it out, I will post a link in the chat shortly. Once I've just got this reconnected. Here we go. Damn it, every time. Mobile drilling platform. That can stay where it is. So yeah, you'll be able to find all of the things I build in my workshop on Steam, which is there. So that includes the first version of this. I will blueprint this before the end of the stream and update that, or put a version 2 up there. The first version didn't have lights, didn't have ejectors, forgot them. It does have a turret on the top as well, I just haven't built that yet. And it didn't have this extra drill on the top either, so I added those in this survival stream. Just well, that up at the top there to make sure I could drill out and fit the machine in. The ejectors, because hey, I just forgot them. Did you just like jump from the top of one of those towers?
No, I just let my jetpack off a little bit too high up.
Jetpack is life. Need to get the refinery refining the right things again. Because it's going to be heavy on the nickel at the moment. There we go. That gets the assembler going again. That's great. I've just realised I brought back a huge amount of nickel. I'm not sure we're going to need that much nickel for quite some time. That gets all the iron going. Oh, we even got some in the other container down here, so let's bring that up to here. to put the nickel down in the other container. We'll stick it in front of the magnesium.
Just need 3 more computers to get this assembler done in here.
Cool. See what I've got on me. I haven't got any computers on me. But I will clear out the build planner and reinitialize it.
Nearly hit me there.
Nearly.
I think we're done
Nearly
now.
doesn't
This
count.
one built.
Fully functioning assembler, yay. That is what we need. So, in terms of what I still need, small steel tubes and motors. Don't need that one now. So actually, we're quite close to being done on a lot of these. So let's get the motors going. And let's get some small steel tubes going. And the rest of that can stop.
You get it queued up some piping so I can finish the piping underneath and get it all connected properly.
Yeah, sure. So, you wanting... Oh no, you can't actually queue blocks in the basic assembler. So as soon as we've got that cargo bit built, I'm going to say move all the cargo and everything inside. And then I'm going to need to build some way of connecting up the rover down here to be able to offload.
Need a load of small steel tubes and then this crate's finished.
Yep. It's literally small steel tubes and motors I think we need now.
Yep.
That's far enough away, that's not going to bother us. Yeah, just small steel tubes now for everything. Have you got them all, have you?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So that's that. I do like how these towers look out the front. If we
Still need some more for these 2 curved pipes.
Yeah, I think just coming into this with a rover, that's a nice underground bunker, and then out here we can maybe have a gas plant or something for harvesting the ice and turning it into hydrogen for getting us into space. Ooh, or that could be interesting. Since we have conveyors under there, I wonder if we could create an under the ice scraper. Drill out enough space down there and then use piston and drill head assembly to mine the ice from underneath, but leave the top here all solid.
I was thinking Here's now built.
Nice. Okay, let's get everything moved in there then. That's the refinery going on some nickel. We'll get a lot more yield out of that refinery as well. I'm thinking, that I might build a little connection point in here that I can lift up on a hinge next to the refinery.
Where you've placed these assemblers and cargo boxes, I don't actually mind them being there.
No, it just means that we're going to have to dig out behind them a little. And obviously that was going to be the wall, wasn't it? So and besides, we are going to need to move them anyway if we're going to ever put upgrades on the assembler.
True, I suppose.
Let's get the important stuff first. So I think we've done pretty well today. We've got a little while longer yet. So
We do need to get a couple of batteries on the base charging up.
Yes, I was thinking a couple of batteries and see if we can get the rest of these towers welded up and get some turrets on. That's going to be our main goal for today, I think, is getting the base defended. Because once we've got a bit of defence on here, we will be in a much safer position with the assertive stuff coming over. And we can start actually working on drilling out the rest of the base. What we could do within there, though, is an O2H2 generator as well.
Well, once we've got it all dug out and welded up, we'll worry about stuff like that. At the moment, we don't really need it.
No, we've got the one on the car, haven't we? Got the little one.
I think just having the big assembly and refinery now is the best thing that we could have done.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to make life a lot easier, and I'm thinking we're probably going to want to put some power modules on the big refinery to reduce its power usage, and maybe one on the front of this assembler as well. But I want to get the drilling out, unless you think that's going to be enough where it is.
So if I can refinery room, it doesn't need to be massive. As long as you can connect a vehicle and dump whatever it is you got.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And so this, I mean, we'd have to put something up the corner here to protect the refinery a little. Maybe make this row here a wall, and bring it out to here, to this block I'm stood on, so that the refinery's got a gap between it and the wall, and it's just a bit protected.
Yeah, maybe.
And then I could always put some kind of connector in here for the vehicle to connect to and unload. I definitely want to get the cargo truck made next week. The trailer. Because if I get the trailer, that's got a connector on the back of it, and we don't have to mess around with the rotor connection. Plus, it means I can go out and mine and just keep dumping it into the trailer. So I'd be able to bring back a lot more materials that way. Oh, I've got an O2H2 generator on the mole machine as well. I'd forgotten about that. Let's turn off this refinery now. Basic refinery and basic assembler. And turn them off. And we can actually take the materials out of the turbines that are on this tower and put them on the other tower.
Yeah, I had already started doing that.
Whoa! Bounce across the ice. That's a new game, by the way. You can play. It's called Skim the Engineer. Sort of space engineer skimming bowls. I have to come up with a good name for that. Just pick up speed and then turn your jetpack off and see how far you go. First person to go sets the target, and then everyone else has to try and hit them. Bonus points if you kill them with the impact. Thought that was lightning for a moment there. That's it is raining at least, so I wasn't totally imagining it. Why can't I take those out of there?
Oops.
Don't oops. Oops is bad. You broke my factory.
See half the blocks, and I didn't realise something was there when I grounded it down.
You broke my factory.
You have a better factory.
So next time, I'll be rebuilding my factory, and then building the cargo trailer for the mole machine. You broke my factory.
If Space Engineers has decided to play hide the block with me.
I think we're going to have to, at some point, get you streaming your perspective so we can check these things.
Yeah, it's like avoid the holes, but I'm not sure which are holes and which ones are actually holes.
Oh, this... So this is the new boring bit. Emptying the old base into the new one. Why did I mine so much? So what are we working on here? Nickel and magnesium at the moment. you're going to need to move the beds in as well. And maybe this time let's have them not upside down.
Oh.
Kind of makes you nauseous lying in it upside down like that. Reminds me of the Oblivion ride at Alton Towers.
For those of you who do not know, it's a wonderful place full of roller coasters.
Yeah, it's one of the theme parks in the UK. Big place, very, very pretty. Lots of it is covered by lots of woodland and stuff like that. And I think it is possibly the biggest theme park in the UK. But they do a lot of R&D and producing new rides themselves, which is really cool. And Oblivion is a ride that basically takes you up a steep climb and then holds you over a near vertical drop. Okay, it's not letting me take anything out of the basic assembler, which suggests that the basic assembler is damaged, but it's not. So is it just that it's turned off? Is that the problem? No. It's on. Use conveyor system is on. I am not entirely sure why it's not letting me pick that up, but we'll fix it this way. Here we go. Now I can pick them up.
Inventory full.
There's some grids on the back, just around the back of the base near the mole machine. Also, we're going to need a new way of connecting the mole machine to the base before we log off today. So that's going to be my next task. I just thought that looked an awful lot like a bobblehead. Oh, no, let's not take that one off because that disconnects that. Okay. Let's put these in here. Let's see what am I going to do then for this mole machine to connect to. So I'm thinking Discord. Let me show you this. Let me see what you think. So I'm thinking either putting a hinge here that will raise up an arm that will have the mole machine's rotor-based connector on, and that's just for really dropping off, I think. So if I'm just coming in to drop off and then I can go back out again, or the other option is to do it over here, off of this cargo box.
Be better.
Okay. And I have build vision this week as well, which is helpful. So we'll add a small head to that.
See about building a battery.
That was building a battery, I heard.
Yeah, I'm gonna see about building a battery. Just placing it somewhere for the time being.
Yeah, maybe up on the side of this assembler. No, because if we're going to
Yeah.
move them,
Maybe the other side. What's going on this back wall over here?
you were going to put a row in there to be the wall, weren't you?
Trees and then glass across it.
Yeah, that works. So make sure there's a floor under them, though. Okay, so let's bring this down a little bit like that, so I can see what we're doing. And then I'm going to want to put something like that in. On here. And I'm going to go another one. And then a turn. And then I think a rotor part for now. And we'll swap that out for the... we'll swap this out for a connector once we build the cargo trailer. Of course, what we have just done there as well is cut off our cargo access on this end. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go bring the mole machine inside. And hopefully we'll be able to get that charging then. And
You've got this lower bend putting a small cargo box in its place.
You could do, yeah. This is going to be tricky. Can you put me some floor in here, please, so I can reverse over it without getting my wheels stuck? Yep.
Bring me back.
Yep. It's a big machine, this is. I'm hoping I've actually got that in the right place and I'm not going to cause any... think we're connected. Good. Okay. It'll do for now. I'm not keen on keeping that as a connection point like that. I'll be happier when that's an actual connector. I just don't like the way it's twisted, and I don't want to change the angle of the rotor because when we connect it to the trailer, then it'll do bad things. So we will leave it as is for now. So that gets that in there. Then charging, you're getting ready for some batteries. Let's get those positioned.
Position anything out. I need to weld the floor.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that do we need to go an extra one wide there?
I think we might need to. If this vehicle's going to stay in here.
Yeah, for at least for now, it might. I think it needs to go another. Just another one wide, and then we can at least have a little bit of wiggle room when we're moving the vehicle around. I mean, I know how much you like getting run over and stuff, but there we go. Yeah, and then the battery's back there. Why is that? It's like it can't see that one. There it is. Okay. These are batteries, are they?
Yeah.
I'll get another. It's 80 power cells to a battery, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Lots of power cells being made. Are we out of construction components as well?
Yeah, I've just queued up 100.
Okay. A little bit easier now that we're actually in here and closer to our stuff. Literally just construction components I'm looking for, I think, here. Oh, and some power cells still. That nickel's being put to good use anyway.
Well, you did say we have a load of it.
Yeah, use a lot of it in power cells. There we go. 1 battery. So we just need the power cells in this one now. And just power cells in this one as well. There you go, that's battery number 2. And just power cells. So yep, as you see, this is the boring bit. Running backwards and forwards and all that. Once we have our base a little more secure, we've got to get a turret up on each of these. We will be looking to maybe go and build some little ships and go try piracy a little bit. Something like a superior gremlin or a scuttler would be a very, very nice haul. And yeah, we'll that would give us quite a lot of materials, some goodies that we can use, and save us from having to go mining.
I think I placed one of the batteries wrong.
Oh well, it's fine. It's fine for now. Leave it. Right, I think next thing we just need to finish grinding this down, get some of these towers welded up a bit more, and get that assembler in there producing some ammo as well.
Inventory full.
Yeah, didn't want to do that. Never mind.
You set those batteries up to recharge or what have you.
These ones, they'll just be on auto. Auto is fine. It just means that when there's excess power, they will be charging, and when we need power, they will give us power. We punt the engineer. Don't forget the beds. Ah, you covered up the whole hole. All of the hole.
For a reason.
Ah, yeah, I see. Okay.
Because I'm going to have to pull up those the row of blocks that I put over the piping so I can weld the rest of the piping up that's underneath there.
Let's be a little strategic in what we weld up and get the stuff that's going to support our power production done first. Ow. Go on, Day, drop on me again.
We've run out of iron again.
Okie dokie. I do have an inventory full of steel plates here as well, though. That's what I say. I'm just being a little bit strategic in what I'm welding up at the moment to weld up the bits that the turbines are connected to, so that that's all solid. But we can leave the some of this as scaffolding, I think. In fact, here's an idea. That was a weird noise. But okay. Something big just spawned in. Yeah, what do you think to this? If you come up to where I am.
Yeah, I'll just have a look in a minute. I'm just disassembling some stuff that we don't need.
Sure. So you see
What did you do to my turbine?
I've not done anything to the turbine. That turbine never got welded by the looks of it.
Tell me anything.
But no, what I've done, look, is use corners on these bits. So I think weld up, so like over here, you'll weld up this one, but leave these outer ones as scaffolding. What do you think?
Yeah, okay. You can change the other tower as well then.
Don't weld those. Yep. Where do you go? Yeah, but it's still going to go up some more. It's just going to be it's going to be more tower-like, I guess.
Listen, some motors is all. That was why it hadn't got finished.
Yeah. Do that. If I keep bringing my drill out, I'm going to swap that to a different button. It's there we go. So there we go, sorted. So that's going to give us a nice looking top here. Yeah, I think that'll look quite good once it's actually all welded up.
All the turbines are welded up.
Good. So what does that give us on these batteries? Let's have a look. So the refinery's still going and we'll be fully recharged in 1 hour. Awesome. So next time on our survival stream, which will be next Monday at the same time, I will be building the cargo trailer for the mole machine. I'll probably be going and doing some more mining to start with to get us some more materials because we're pretty much out. Then I'll build the cargo trailer and then I'm going to fall down a hole. No, I'm not. Then I'm going to use this cargo tube that we have under here to get a piston assembly set up that will allow us to drill deeper into the mountain and fall in the hole again. Just I haven't got the mats to even fill it in. That's annoying. So we'll try and drill deeper into the mountain. And I think what we're going to do is this whole kind of entryway here, we're going to go quite deep and then have little side garages. So each vehicle that we build is going to have its own little garage on the side, or at least its own little parking spot, its own little connector spot. and we'll be able to drive in here, drive them in, and connect them up. The corridor itself we'll try and keep clear so that we can get them in and out. But I think we are eventually going to want to come up above here somewhere and tunnel our way upwards, have some living quarters, have a hangar in the side of the mountain here somewhere that's going to be a similar kind of opening to this, but we'll have some kind of hangar door on this and on those eventually. Lots and lots more to do. And of course we've got the pirates that we can go and pirate as well. So look forward to seeing everybody next time. That's all for now. Have a good evening, have a good week, and catch you next time.
Bye, everybody.